right, so what we're looking at is our newest baby over here at Razer called Project Christine. What that is a modular desktop PC. And what that is about is, for instance, say this is a GPU, say this is a CPU. You can swap these things out in real time without having to go into your systems. That's because we have a PCIe backbone right here that allows you to be able to hot swap on the fly from any of these different ports without having to go in and change your system settings and BIOS. Oh, and speaking of BIOS, you can actually have multiple OSs on the same system. Oh, so there you go. You can have you can switch between Linux, Windows, whatever you choose, whatever good for you.
So basically, you're saying that I could build myself a Windows 8 PC, Steam box, and run Android if I felt like.
That's what this is all about. Like, out of the box, this is your own system. You want to put in 3 GPUs, go for it. You want to put in a couple extra CPUs because you need that processing power, you can do that. You can sit it over here, and anything that you toss in will show up on this active LCD screen. Oh, sorry, man. Will show up on the active LCD screen. Say you have a Linux right here, say you have a Windows right here, just tap that and you have yourself a new OS. You can go in, you can check heat, you can check temperature, you can check what's in there, what's wrong. If anything goes wrong, something will pop up on that screen and let you know right away. It's actually tactile too, so you can modify it on the fly.
What's the use case? I mean, how are you using it?
Oh, use cases are for, we're looking to go into a market where either a casual user can come in and not be intimidated by an upper level PC. We want them to be able to overclock, put in new components, and we're going for both power users, people that are doing graphic design, people that are rendering, people crunching numbers and analytics. And that's because we have oh, let me show you the water cooling, by the way. Okay. That's part of this answer right here.
Water cooler?
Yeah, what we have is a water cooling system that is half oil, half mineral water, and the mineral water pumps up the PCIe backbone and cools all these components. So you can have multiple GPUs and CPUs running, and you're going to be whisper quiet because of the water cooling. We don't need a fan. So you're going to have a soundless experience of water cooled that's going to be sitting at a perfect regular temperature while you would be running otherwise power intensive projects.
Now the modular switch is mounted on both sides, so the back and the front. So for instance, I can see that I can swap out from the back, but can I swap also, is it just one singular unit, or is it just basically swap this side, I can also swap that
For the most part, you're going to be swapping modules to change your setup, but these SSDs back here are swappable. We're going to have, and we're looking into it, keep in mind it's still a concept, so we're looking into the ability to be able to swap out, a disk drive, you have a Blu-ray drive right here, you're going to be able to swap out LCDs. So while we're hoping that most of the modularity comes from the swapping of these parts, and these good things are going to be stable, you do have the option to switch it up on the back end. And this right here is a modular port where you're going to be able to swap, say, Ethernet connection, you're going to be able to swap USB, and there's going to be a lot of different options for you. Say you want multiple displays, you can toss that in there as well.
Oh, that's pretty nice.
Yeah, man, I'm really into it. I mean, I've been working here a while, and this is one of the first machines. When I first saw it, I said to myself, okay, I want that on my desktop. I want to be able to use that as a showpiece in my house.
See, and what's really interesting about this though is that, you know, we have like companies like Motorola who announced like their modular smartphone project. Right. We have other companies have like smaller modular PC setups.
There you go.
And this is a full-size PC modular setup, which is interesting because, like you said, since you now can run 3 or 4 custom OSs on there on your own, and the fact that you can switch out your GPUs really goes a long way for even the casual gamer or the casual PC guy, because basically you can come up with presets for them and say, hey, if you want to do this, I'll have to just get these parts, or get these elements to it, and I'm done with. Rather than being in a situation where, you know, where I tell people now, I'm like, they ask me, oh, how do I build, you know, my next gen system or my next gen PC? I'm like, do I need to use this part, or can I use this processor and this motherboard? And it becomes a hot mess.
Absolutely right, man. That's what we're going for. At Razer, we feel really secure in our hardcore base. They know what to expect from us, and we deliver all the time. With this, what we're doing is trying to take a look at the casual market and see how we can get them to not feel so intimidated by the upper mid-tier PCs that are coming out on the market. And to do that, we feel with the modularity, being able to slap something in and overclock on the fly and have that type of power without actually having or needing the technical acumen, you could say, it would take to build that from scratch is something that I think they will jump at.
So is this actually a working unit? Or do you have a working unit?
This is not a working unit. It's still a concept. Maybe the R&D guys, they're tinkering with some stuff, but there is we have no real plans on getting it out yet. Right now, what we're doing with it is we're gauging the reaction that we get from CES. Based on that, we're going to figure out what we want to do to take the next step. I mean, we did that before with Project Fiona, and that turned into the Edge. So hopefully, and so far, this thing's been getting a lot of attention. Like, we are really, really, really overwhelmed and proud of how many people have come up and just like the idea.
Oh yeah, this is dope. I mean, I know you just basically told me there's no word on pricing or time or anything like that.
Right.
But I'm going to say it myself here, guys. Since this is Razer, I'm probably going to see this in like a year and a half. Okay? So let's just put it that way, a year and a half from Dundee from Booredatwork. Not Razer, from Dundee. I said it, a year and a half.
You heard, just going to go ahead and put us on the hotspot. That's fine, you do that, that's good.
All right, thank you very much.